I had mentioned some negative things earlier about the emergent church. I said the black community didn't get into it, but the observation was the black community, at least some of you, did get into 40 Days of Purpose, namely from Purpose Driven Life and Purpose Driven Church and Rick Warren. And Rick Warren isn't emergent, but maybe not totally separate. Mark Driscoll just preached there and preached on the cross, and Rick was moved. And what do I think about all that, I suppose? I'll put my cards totally on the table here. I have invited Rick Warren to come to the Desiring God National Conference this fall, and he's coming. Now, I will get a lot of criticism for this from my Reformed brothers. Not because Rick Warren is openly non-Calvinistic or non-Reformed. I don't think he wears his theological distinctives on his sleeve, but would be probably theologically more at home with where I am than where an Arminian is. I believe that. What makes Warren a problem, and I'm going to, when I wrote him, here's what I said, and he'll probably watch this video too. I said, the conference is called Think, the Life of the Mind and the Love of God. I want you to come. You are the most well-known pragmatist pastor in the world. I don't think you are a pragmatist at root. Come and tell us why thinking biblically matters to you in your amazingly pragmatic approach to ministry. I want him to lay his cards on the table. I want him to tell us what makes him tick. Because he does come across in much of what he says and does as very results-oriented and pragmatic and not theologically driven. And yet, I met him for the first time last year at Ralph Winter's funeral in Pasadena. And we sat beside each other on the platform for 3 hours. I like him because he sings. And he sings badly. And anybody who's willing to sing when they sing badly, I like them. And we were talking beforehand, and he said to me, I'm reading all the works of Jonathan Edwards this year. I pick a great theologian every year, and I read all of his collected works. I'm on volume 17 of the Yale series of Jonathan Edwards' works. You've got to be kidding me. Nothing you have ever said would incline me to think. So, these guys are going to go interview him tomorrow, I think, so you can quote some of these things. I do think he's deeply theological. He's a brilliant man. Wouldn't have the church he does or the peace plan or all the influence he does. And, of course, the greatest sentence in the Purpose-Driven Life is the first one, isn't it? It's not about you, it's about God, the glory of God. So, I don't think he's emergent. At root, I think he is theological and doctrinal and sound. And what makes him tick actively in doing church, I intend to find out. So I like him, and I'm frustrated by some of his stuff.